Next class, you ready?
Yeah.
So, Roulot, Jean-Marc Roulot, is my, I'm going to say it, he's my favorite white winemaker on the planet. And I'm not saying that just because he's the only guy I know with a bigger nose than me.
You're a very funny man.
Thank you. Jean-Marc tells me that too. So, as much as I just told you how much I dig the transparency of the Chablis, and it is indeed really transparent, I think Jean-Marc perhaps makes the most transparent of any Chardonnay producer making Chardonnay. So this is just village level Vireuils Meursault, of which there are about 158 cases a year for the planet. So again, thank you to the Psychic Sommelier Network for sharing this with us today. 09, a very well regarded vintage, particularly for reds. So pick it up, get in there with me. What do you smell?
Incredible minerality. Incredible.
Right? Just like, that's that transparency, that's that sense of place. You're gonna get that like 12 times a day. You get this is the geek session. This is the geek session. And again, I think it's a great opportunity. Like, so when we're talking about whatever we're the sommeliers here, but I don't think we're any better at this than any of you. And importantly, you should take that moment, like when Jim says that, this is incredible minerality. Or in the last one, we talked about what does emergent soil smell like. Fast forward your context here, like take that supercharger, put it in your pocket. Like, what does minerality smell like? It smells like this, right? And that's huge. Joseph, what are you thinking? What do you think about this wine?
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
The thing is, 3 in a row here and a 4th to come of incredibly expressive wines made from what we think of as the same, which is raw material, i.e. Chardonnay, actually 5 in a row. And each of these wines has such a different texture and different aromatic components that we aren't even talking about that point of it.
Right.
I mean, in the New World, yes, we call things Chardonnay. The rest of these, that's not even part of the conversation. They're the white wine of this place. And I find that we're not highly technical here. We're not going to talk about the winemaking. We're not going to talk about the vintage conditions. We're not going to talk about descriptors, particularly outside of in general terms. But what makes them awesome wines is that they deliver a unique range of non-fruit aromas, and they have great acidity. I think that's why sommeliers like all 4 or 5 of these first whites. And I think we'll turn that in the reds to some other key points, but the thematic core of all these wines that makes them awesome is they are very distinctive expressions of place, they are awesome with food, and they deliver this sort of uniqueness that has to do with the hands of the people who elevated them. And that's the poetry of it.
And if you took a big slug right before you started saying that, it's still like, evolving and all the cracks and crevices in your head. You guys feeling that? You take a big drink of that?
I mean, the portions are so low. I'm almost gone.
The cracks and crevices in my head are a little larger this morning than usual.
Most of the cracks and crevices in my head are filled with the Claude Albanais.
Right.
It's a good place to be.
The point being is that perfume continues to evolve. It's not like you drank the wine, now it tastes okay on your palate, now it's gone. It's like you taste it and this awesome, like haunting perfume just kind of pervades your whole cranial situation. That's pretty awesome.
I'll take it
Not
down.
bad.
I'll even take it down one level and still be there. But physically speaking, Joe spoke about it earlier. Is that acidity? Is that refreshing capability of a wine? We drink wine or liquids to refresh our palates, not only for the flavors of themselves, but that refreshment capability of the wines. You can see in all of these wines that we have in front of us, and that cleansingness. But once that cleansing is done, the flavor still snaps right on your palate, and like Richard said, to me, that's not only the signature of great wines, but it's remarkable in experiencing that, because you don't have that all the time. So.
acidity is really critical to our palate. It's one of the 4, I suppose some people say 5 things our tongues can perceive. And acidity is something we crave. Orange juice, we drink in large part because of sugar, but in equally large part because of acidity. We squeeze lemon into our iced tea because we need acidity to balance what we're having for lunch. Although I never have iced tea for lunch because one should drink wine.
Why would you?
I mean, I'm not advocating iced tea drinking. It's disgusting. But anyway.
If you had to have iced tea, put a little lemon.
Yeah.
No sugar.
Good job.
Or sombra. Put sombra and a That's the after tasting. But anyway.
That's the chaser after all this.
That's what sommeliers really like.
Yeah.
No, but really, we talk about it all the time. We've all done a zillion seminars and talked at tableside ad nauseum about why wine works with food, and that's really the key single word that always comes up. And we can talk about minerality, or malolactic, or oak presence, or fruit descriptors, and I think most of us kind of get over that, and we're past that as a reason why a wine works. When a wine works, it sings. It gets through all the apparatus that sort of distills things, the olfactory bulb and the tongue and the throat and the, warming sensations that alcohol gives us. It hits the brain in an intellectual way once we understand something about Burgundy, something about California, something about Australia, something about Northern Italy, all of which are on the table, not to mention Germany and the Rhone Valley and some other really thrilling places that are sources for wine that deliver acidity. So keep your mind on that through the tasting.
Cool.